Yeah, this is the Marmy 800 back once again with a video. I thought today I'd do something a little bit different and do a video on my favorite Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez movies, the brothers Estevez and Sheen. I thought I'd show you some of my movies I have of them. I don't have all of them here currently. There's a couple I'm missing I still have to buy, and I don't have them all yet. But like I said, there's still a few I'm missing I have to buy them. There's a couple I do have I just don't have out here in the pile. So, but I thought I'd show you some of my favorite. I'm going to start with the DVD. They have a couple of their Blu-rays, one of each, but there's not that many Blu-rays on Estevez and Sheen yet. So, but anyways, let's get started. Okay, the first one is a classic gem made for TV from 1984. A lot of people probably forgot about this Charlie Sheen movie from 1984 called Silence of the Heart, which came out, in 1984. It has him and Chad Lowe in it. Rob Lowe's brother, Chad Lowe, commits suicide. It's about suicide. It's a very strong, powerful movie, which was made for TV called Silence of the Heart with Charlie Sheen, which I think a lot of people has forgotten. It's a very, very good movie, though. If anybody wants to see a really good, low budget, good made for TV movie, check out Silence of the Heart with Charlie Sheen. Very good movie. I love this movie. Found it for a long time. I bought it years ago. My first one, I think this came out in 2000 or something on DVD, but it has no special features because the early DVDs never had special features. So there's Silence of the Heart. Next one I picked out was with the brothers together, and it's Emilio and Charlie. And the 1990 Forgotten Comedy, Men at Work, which I think a lot of people has forgotten about. Stars them as the Garbage Men, and that, it's where they collect garbage, and I can't really comment on this here. I haven't seen it in a long time. I know it's about them being garbage men, but I haven't watched it in ages, so I can't remember exactly how it goes. But I do know they get into trouble with a dead body and that, and they get in all kinds of mischief and stuff like that, and so they. About them being garbage, but it's very funny if you've ever seen it. I haven't watched it, like I said, in a long time, but it is pretty funny in Men at Work if you ever watched it. Charlie and Emilio from 1990, one of their forgotten movies. Okay, the next one is, I don't want to show them last because there's a sequel. Okay, the next one's a Charlie Sheen movie with just Charlie in it, and it's from 1991, I believe, and it's Hot Shots. It stars him and Carrie Alves, I think, is in this one. I think it has John Carter with them together way before 2.5 Men. John Carter also plays on it, and Kevin Dunn and Lloyd Bridges star in it. But yeah, you get to see Charlie and John Carter together way before 2.5 Men. Everybody knows Charlie Sheen and John Carter now for 2.5 Men, but this is way back before that even come out, them together in a movie called Hot Shots. And I think they made a sequel, but I don't have this part two. I just got the first one so far to it. So there's Hot Shots. The next one is Emilio Estevez classic from 1984, cult classic sci-fi film called Repo Man, which is a very, very good movie. You ever see that with him and Harry Dean Sutton, I believe, is in it. I don't know if anybody has seen this on here, but this is a very good movie. This has a lot of special features. I bought this quite a while ago. It cost me a lot of money too when it came out because of all the special features they added on it. In 2006, I bought it, and it's very good to have because the original Repo Man that came out years ago never had special features on it. So we got the special features from Repo Man, which is a very good movie. One of my favorite Emilio Estevez pictures. Okay, the next one is another Emilio Estevez classic. It stars him, Cuba Gooding Jr., Stephen Dorff, Dennis Leary, and Cuba Gooding Jr. And it also has Jeremy Piven too, but his name's on the card. But Jeremy Piven also plays in it. It's called Judgment Night from 1993. This was a very good movie when it came out in 1993. A lot of people have forgotten about this movie, but this was very, very good. This is right around the time he did Mighty Ducks, the first one. Then he went and did Judgment Night, which is a very good film. I love this movie, Judgment Night. I've seen it so many times. That's where they're on their way to a boxing match. Of course, they get lost. Anybody who's seen it, they're on the way to having the guys' night out. They go to trying to get to the boxing match. They end up getting lost off the freeway. They take it off. Rampway. They go off into into a bad part of town, basically kind of thing, and they get lost and they don't know where they are, and they get lost, and they end up meeting the gang member Dennis Leary. They end up I forget exactly what happened. I haven't seen this one in a long time either, but I do remember at the end they go into some kind of a supermarket and they battle out at the end, and they end up killing Dennis Leary's character at the end of the movie. I do know that, but this is a very good movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but very good. Judgment. If you ever see it, check it out. Never seen that one. Okay, the next one is one of my Charlie Sheen favorites of Charlie Sheen, which a lot of people might not know, which is a classic 1992 Underground movie with him and Michael Madison. It's called Beyond the Law, where he goes undercover as a biker. This is a very good movie. This is based on a true story of the real Daniel Sachs. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this one. This is actually out of print now, Beyond the Law. You can't get this DVD anymore, but this is a very good Charlie Sheen movie, Beyond the Law. One of my favorites. I bought this at a pawn shop quite a few years back. It even comes with a little book sheet thing in here with like the chapters, and it shows other DVDs on the back. Yeah, I bought this at a pawn shop. There's the DVD. Pretty good, very good movie. This is one of my favorite Charlie Sheen films. He does a very good job in this movie. The Undercover Biker. I love this movie. And Michael Madison do a good job in this. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but a very good movie, Beyond the Law. Not to be confused with the original '68 Beyond the Law, I think, with I forget who plays in the original one, but there's another Beyond the Law, I think, come out like 1968, but this is the '92 version with Charlie Sheen. Good one to have. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is another Charlie Sheen movie with him and Maxwell Caulfield from Grease 2, which is a forgotten movie from 1984, which a lot of people has forgotten about, and it's called The Boys Next Door, Young, Handsome, Desirable, Deadly. This was shot in the LA area. Very good movie. It was shot by, what's her name, Penelope Spears, who also directed the film The Fall and Rise of Heavy Metal in America. Remember, heavy metal died in America for a while, and it was how it became alive in Japan. That she directed that film, and she's also known for this one too, The Boys Next Door, which is a really good movie. Anybody's ever seen it? Where they go, him and Maxwell Caulfield go on a killing spree in Los Angeles and kill all kinds of people in that. Boys Next Door, they kill an old lady that on there and everything. This movie is very weird. Some of the violence, I can't believe they got away with on this movie. Some of the stuff they showed here, they snapped that woman's neck and that on there. It's just a real movie. If you haven't never seen it, check this out, The Boys Next Door. Very good film. Okay, the next one is Emilio Estevez classic with him and I forget the other guy's name. What's that guy's name? I'm trying to think of the other guy's name. Oh yeah, Craig Sheffer. I think he played in the movie with Brad Pitt. What was that movie they were known for? Him and Brad Pitt. I can't think of it right now. They played together, but I can't remember what it's called, but I know he played in it. But anyways, this one's from 1985. It's now out of print, this DVD. It was called That Was Then, This Is Now. And Morgan Freeman also has a part in this movie. This was a very good movie when it released in 1985. This DVD is now out of print. It goes for $40 and up on Amazon. I just looked it up the other day. This is not a print DVD, which is one of my favorites. That Was Then, This Is Now. Very good Estevez film. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. This is an underrated Estevez film in my picture. Everybody always talks about his Mighty Duck movies and stuff like that, but this one's a very good one to check out. Yeah, everybody who always watches Estevez always either watches The Breakfast Club or the Mighty Ducks movies or something like that, or Young Guns, but this one here is a good one. Never seen Estevez in this movie. Try to check it out if you can find it for a good price. I mean, I don't want you to go out and pay $40 for it on Amazon, but if you can find it at a pawn shop or something somewhere, pick it up. Definitely a good movie to have. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is a good Charlie Sheen movie based on the 1919 Chicago White Sox scandal, and it's 8 Men Out with him. It stars him, John Cusack. Who else is in this one? D.B. Sweeney, which actually him and Sheen also played No Man's Land together, which is one of the Sheen movies I'm missing. No Man's Land from '87, but they do a good job using movies together. But there's 8 Men Out. Imagine a lot of people's on here seen that one. Probably the greatest baseball movie ever made from 1988. Very good film, so I won't go too much into detail about this movie because a lot of people have seen it, but a very, very good movie, 8 Men Out. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is one of my personal favorites. A lot of people don't know this one, but it's from 2000, and this, of course, this will be one of my favorites because everybody knows that I'm a fan of adult movies, so I'll definitely like this one. It's from 2000, that's called Rated X, where Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez started playing the real-life Mitchell brothers, who were the king of the San Francisco porn area. It shows how they discovered Marilyn Chambers, did Behind the Green Door, stuff like that. This was made by Showtime, came out in 2000. This is one of my personal favorite movies from 2000. Rated X, you can't go wrong with Rated X. Very good movie, especially if you're a fan of adult movies like I am. Of course, I'm going to obviously like this because it's on the Mitchell brothers, but if you don't like, even if you don't like adult movies, people that don't like that, even just check it out for Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen's acting on it. They do a really good job in this movie. The intensity between them and that when they're fighting and that, just because you know they're real brothers, is really something to see in this movie. Really, like a very good movie. And this is pretty hard to find it in Canada. I had a hard time getting this. I believe I found this at a pawn shop. I believe I had a hard time getting it. It might be easy to find in the States, but I know it's not in Canada. I had a hard time getting a hold of this Rated X from 2000. But this is one of my favorite where they play the Mitchell brothers. Love this film. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is a 1990 classic with him and with Charlie Sheen and his dad Martin Sheen playing together, and it's called Condensed. On the very good movie. It stars him and Lawrence Fishburne, where Charlie Sheen is Private Bean, where he goes into the army and he's put in with like a group of guys, and they're all black guys, and he has to well, it's hard to explain, but anybody who's ever seen this movie knows it's a good movie, Condensed. But yeah, I haven't seen this one in a long time. So a lot of these DVDs I just found in my collection, I haven't watched in a long time, but anybody who's ever seen Condensed knows it's a good movie with Charlie Sheen at the end of that, when he goes off to the Vietnam War at the end of the movie. Now he gets ready to go off to Vietnam, and then that guy gives him his lighter back, and then actually steals it. It was belonging to his dad, who passed away at the beginning of the movie. And it shows where those guys gave him a hard time. They took his lighter and that. They were giving him a hard time, and they all became friends later in the movie. On Condensed, when Charlie Sheen goes in with Lawrence Fishburne's crew and that, how they become friends and that, and bond and stuff like that. And he has to testify against Martin Sheen, who plays the evil that tries to kill who kills one of the men that I forget which one he kills, but they have to go and testify him against him in court and that on the movie. But anyway, anybody who's ever seen this knows this is a good movie. I love this movie, Condensed. Very good movie. You know how I picked this one up. I love this movie, Condensed, from 1990. One of my favorites. Okay, the next one I'm going to show is an Emilio Estevez classic from 1996. Now, anybody who says Emilio Estevez is a bad actor and can't act, and the only who liked him in the Mighty Ducks is full of crowd, because this movie right here, The War at Home, is a very good movie that he directed. It stars him. It stars his mother as Kathy Bates. Martin Sheen, of course, plays his father, and Kimberly Williams plays his sister. Anybody who's never seen this Estevez film, check it out. The War at Home. This is my favorite Estevez picture. This is a very good movie, The War at Home. Anybody who's never seen this, check this one out. I'm telling you, it's a good movie. The War at Home. You can't go wrong with this one. Plus, the part where he explodes on his mother at the end of the movie and tells her to get in her thick effing skull, and that at the end of the movie, because she keeps telling him she wants to give him turkey and that, and to feed him before he goes, and he goes, I don't want your effing turkey, your effing gravy, and stuff like that. Just snaps at the end of the movie, and then his father throws him out, and then he comes back with a gun and that at the end of the movie, and that, and they show how they kick him out, and he goes off to California and that, and stuff like that. Then the movie leaves the house and never returns and that. But this is a very good movie. Check it out if you've never seen this Estevez movie. Very underrated movie. The War at Home, one of my favorites. I mean, everybody always talks about how good he did Mighty Ducks and that, or the Young Guns movies, or Breakfast Club. Anybody says he can't act, this is a good movie. Proves he can't act and direct. This is a very good movie. I don't care what anybody says about Estevez. This is a good movie. The War at Home. If you've never seen it, check it out. I love this movie. This is my favorite Estevez movies out of all the ones he's done. Very top-rated movie. War at Home, love it, from 96. Not to be confused with the TV series, by the way. This came out in 1996. The War at Home TV series stars Michael Rappaport, which came out in the 2000s. Okay, the last two I'm going to show are two there's sequels to these ones. The first one is, of course, Young Guns 1 from 1988, which is now on Blu-ray, which I'll be getting the Blu-ray to this in time. But there's Young Guns, the first one, which is, I have like the special edition that opens up like a book, and it has the real Billy the Kid documentary and their bonus features, which is really cool. This stars Estevez, Keith Simon, Lou Bang Phillips, Charlie Sheen, Garrett Maloney, and Casey Siemaszko, who are all the regulators on this movie. They play the regulators and that, how they go after the ones that go after their mentor John Tosso, who was killed by Murphy's men, and they go after Murphy and all that on here. And then Pat Garrett eventually catches up with Billy the Kid and all that. These series is really good, the Young Gun series. I don't care anybody says these are good movies, Young Gun movies. I love these Young Guns. So there's Young Guns 1, which is very good. Now 2 is not as good as the first one. I still like number 1 better, but 2 was alright. But you can't go wrong with number 1. Charlie Sheen and Estevez together in this movie. And that, yeah, so this was number 1, which is really good. Like I said, this one comes with the Billy the Kid documentary, and that was, I don't know if the Blu-ray is going to have that on there or not, but anyways, there's the first one. So, and then there's the sequel. Like I said, number 2 is not as good as the first one, but it's alright. So, but other than that, it's alright, number 2. But there's Young Guns 2. And then the last two I'm going to show is Charlie Sheen and Michael Douglas in Wall Street on Blu-ray. Anybody seen Wall Street? I talked about this in my last update, which is a really good Sheen vehicle. And the last one, of course, everybody knows Estevez in The Breakfast Club, which I now have on Blu-ray. Very, very good movie. So I just thought I'd do this video showing you my favorite Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez pictures. And my next video will be a DVD update. I have a few things yet, but I don't have enough. I'll be at the end of the month. I'll have a big DVD Blu-ray update coming up. So, anyways, yeah. So look forward to that. My next video, I have, like I said, a few things, but not enough for an update yet. But look forward to that. My next video. Anyways, this is Mark 800.